So I have this mic. I don't think it actually works. Um, it's just for show. It feels like I have no idea. I don't know why I haven't used it. I don't know when I got it, but apparently I thought I was a professional at some point in my life. But I found it and I was like, let me use it. So if you can hear me clearer, that is fantastic. The other one I was using, it said like AI noise canceling. Maybe that's why it was going in and out my voice. I don't know. But this is testing. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It would also be the beginning of the video if the audio works. If it doesn't, then we are going to have to do another introduction. But if you know me, you don't know me. Don't share, like, comment, I don't care, but don't share. Enjoy the video if this is in the beginning. If it's not, then I have to do it all over again. Oh my god. But yeah. We are doing deep blurring today, as you can tell. That's so crazy that it literally identifies my finger. Well, kind of. It's better than nothing, honestly. Anyways, we will see you soon after we see if the audio works. So, sadly, I don't know if it's the mic or it's because I don't have it on the AI. It's actually lower. I don't know. The volume of my voice is not that loud. So, this is another testing. I might still add the other one. So I'm just gonna try to up the volume when I'm editing. These people outside. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to what? I'm going to up the volume when I'm testing or when I'm editing. Jesus. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But if it does not work, you know what I mean? If it does not work, it does not work. But this is another testing. I know you're lying. I just opened it too. That's crazy. Anyways, rude. If this audio is good, we will continue recording. If it's not, I don't know, man. I don't know. Embarrassing, very embarrassing. The third, so I basically tried to plug in the audio thing that came with the camera, didn't work. I couldn't even hear myself. So I think we're just gonna keep it on the AI, but I'm still going to test it. This is the testing. You will see me soon. I lied. I lied to y'all. Whoever's watching, I lied. It was a big lie too. Actually, I'm not going to use the AI one because the AI one, it literally sounds like I'm underwater. So basically the first, so we're gonna do Amada Eho. What's new? Because I am. Anyways, this is 5 hours ago. Hopefully it's not long. Ooh, Jesus, 3 paragraphs. We're gonna try to keep it quick and easy. Let me see. Can I screenshot this? Oh, it's gonna have to be that long screenshot. Or I'm just gonna do a little bit at the top. And then, excuse me, a little bit at the border. Okay. Alright. So, we have our problem. So, it says, am I the a-hole for throwing my nephew out of a family party? Nephew? The only reason I chose it is for that reason. Just to say that. Also, I have a nephew too. Shout out to me. Shout out to me. It's crazy. Nephew! If you don't know where that's from, you are under a rock. Anyways, that's interesting. Let's read. For some context, me, 53 male, and my family live in the South, specifically Charleston. What is that? South Carolina? South Carolina. I'm going to say that. Charleston, South Carolina. A year back, my son Jake, male 20 now, started attending the University of South Carolina. Oh my God, I just had to keep reading. It was South Carolina. Uh, go whatever that's. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And during his freshman year, he met a lovely girl named Monique, also 20 years old. Okay, so they're the same age. Monique is, as her name suggests, African American. Why did you need to say that? Excuse me? Who? Ah, if maybe it has to do with something. We shall see. While our family is Caucasian, really? I had no idea because only Caucasians would say, we are Caucasian and they are not. Anyways, okay. But neither me nor anyone else in my immediate family has had immediate. So the rest of extended family got a problem? Which is trying to say. Okay. Nor anyone else in my immediate family has had any issues with that. She's sweet, beautiful, and overall an incredible young woman. And we all accepted her with open arms from the first time we met her. A week ago, my wife and I held a party at our home, and Jake and Monique both made the trip from college to attend. Oh, they are 20 now. They are not the one with the children. Somebody else's child is racist, is what I'm getting at. I think that's where it's going. That's just my prediction. It just hit me now. I'm a little bit slow, but I think that's where it's going. Okay. So they made the trip from college to attend. Okay. The party was going well until I noticed Jake and Monique were alone and Monique was crying. Oh, crying? That's crazy. I asked what happened and Monique told me that Jake's cousin Greg, male 17, had told him that he shouldn't slum it and called Monique a ghetto. I cannot say that. Among other racist remarks. That's crazy. And he's younger. I was expecting some old and crusty cousin. 17 and you're acting like this? Ooh, that's crazy. I went to find Greg and he admitted to this, obviously. He's bold about it too. That's crazy. Saying he was just looking out for my cousin. At this point, I told him to leave and he and his parents left. But his parents have been on me as of late for blowing things out of proportion. Excuse me? First of all, you're allowed to not like people, but to call them and other things that I don't even want to know what other things were said, but that's in this time and age. It's so funny when people say that, but I'm gonna say that too. In this time and age, you gonna get your ass sprayed, and not with water, but you do probably need some cleaning. Anyways. No, you're not the a-hole. That's crazy that they thought you were the a-hole. The fact that his parents left with him and then said you're blowing it out of proportion speaks volumes. Loud and clear. So, should I read the edit or should I read? I'm gonna read the edit, whatever. Edit. A lot of you are rightfully. Oh, okay. Maybe I should read the comments. You know what? Whatever. No, I'm just gonna read the edit. Screw it. Spoiler. Whatever the comment said, he's mentioning it in here. Okay, Edit, a lot of you are rightfully pointing out a bias I had where I assumed Monique was predominantly African American name. Okay, I didn't even get that, but okay, whatever. Sure. I didn't know that it's a common French name as well, and I associated the name with black people since all the Moniques I personally know have been black. Why is that a bad thing? I also associate, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. There is a no in me at all. Zero. But when he said Monique, I was thinking Monique. You know what I mean? Monique on TV. Monique. The TV one. The TV lady Monique. And that's the only Monique I know. I don't know any other Monique. So I also assumed she was. I would have been shocked to find out she was. So I don't know why people are going in on him for that. Out of all the things that were said in the entire post, that's what you got out of it. Seek help. That's crazy. That's what the edit was about. I'm glad I didn't read the comments and I read the edit because now I'm prepared for the comments. That's crazy. Okay. I didn't mean anything by this, but in retrospect, I can see how that makes me sound bad. It doesn't, but whatever. That's the world we live in. So I'll try and do better from here on out. Y'all just be shaming white people for no reason sometimes. Like, this is not one of the reasons to be shaming. He literally stood up for his cousin's girlfriend and kicked out his family for her. And that's what you stuck on. The fact that he assumed that she was African American by her name. That's crazy. Alright. So let's go like this, and then we're going to find a comment. Okay, not the a-hole. I don't know why I can't say a-hole. Not the a-hole. You threw a racist out of your home. Who cares if it's your nephew? Oh, it's his nephew. Why did I say cousin? Whatever. You threw out your nephew because of racism, and that's what they were judging on. That's good. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to see the ones that he was talking about. The name people. That's funny. It says 4:20, not the time, but somebody saying, okay, I see one of them. Not the a-hole, but Monique is an African. Monique is, as her name suggests, African American. This is also racist, not as horrifically racist as the nephew, obviously, but there is millions of white Moniques. Just ask France. Nothing about the name should imply any particular race to you. If somebody said Dikembe Mutombo is coming, I'm not gonna expect a white man. Just saying. That's not being racist. That is straight up based on who you, like he said, he knows a lot of Moniques and they happen to be. So he assumed. Assumption is not bad, especially if he's over here, whatever. If he's over here throwing out people that are actually hurting somebody. Somebody assuming something about you is not gonna hurt you. And if that's hurting your feelings, I don't know why you're living in. Let me not say I don't know why you're living in this world, but it's gonna be hard living here. Let's just say that, because you're gonna get offended every time you get. You are what you tolerate. If you hadn't kicked him out, you would have been saying you welcome racists, which is the same as saying you don't welcome black people. Other people can be okay, whatever. I grew up in a very racist family. I had a Hispanic boyfriend. I warned and warned and warned, but he insisted it couldn't be that bad, and we should go to Thanksgiving. We didn't last 20 minutes. I have had to cut ties with everyone who didn't learn to be better. If I kept up with them and had them in my life, they would have access to harm a lot of other people I care about. And it turns out my life is much better not having to listen to their stupid opinions. Not the a-hole unless you care. Makes sense, yeah. Like if he, depending on who you surround yourself with, that's how you are also going to be acting. And I feel like the way he responded with the edit, I feel like he surrounds himself with a lot of different people, different cultures and stuff. But the fact that y'all sat up here and were going in on him because he assumed that that was the name is crazy. Like, I also assumed that it was a lady. Like, that's crazy, but whatever. Yeah, somebody said, "Excuse me," as her name suggests. I'm not even gonna add you on my video. You ain't getting a screenshot because that was a short comment that was stupid as hell. But I don't see anybody saying you are the a-hole except for apparently saying that she is African American because of her name. Y'all are weird. Yeah, literally a lot of people, and this is why I don't be around people because y'all over here talking about, oh my god, it's a French name. That's a Yvonne. That's a French ass name. Not the sun coming in. Jesus. Ah, I don't even know how to. How would I? The fact that I closed the thing, okay. I would have to be this close. Hello. The fact that I closed the things and it's crazy. But anyways, Yvonne, that's a French ass name. Yvonne. Monique, that's a French ass name. Apparently, apparently that's a French ass name. Again, who cares? Who cares? Oh my God, these are descriptions: black, blue, green, or purple. Fat, skinny, tall, short. These are descriptions. If you are offended by a description, unless somebody is specifically attacking you about it, move on, bro. This is the my food is coming back. This is why you need to brush your teeth, fam. It was stuck in my teeth and now it came out. We're gonna swallow it like a pill. I'm not okay. But yeah, no, I feel like crazy that people are getting mad about the name. But whatever. Yeah, that's so crazy to me that he's 17. That's the part that got me. Because somebody said, should talk to his parents since he's 17 years old. He's 17 years old. If his parents defend the 17-year-old, then yes, kick both out. What are you talking about? He literally said his parents were saying that he blew it out of proportion. Clearly, they were defending their son. There was no need for him to discuss anything with the parents. Oh, because he's under 18, he can't talk to him. You're old enough to know better. You're not a child. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, people are saying not the a-hole, not the a-hole. The only people that are upset is because you assumed the name Monique is African American. Personally, me, these are assumptions. Move on. That's life. Like, people are gonna assume. I love how people say don't judge a book by its cover, but you literally judge a book by its cover. You're not gonna pick it up unless it's appealing to your eyes. Now the book might be deceiving you, maybe. The cover might be deceiving you, and then when you actually read the book, you find out that the book is trash. Or the cover was not appealing, but the book is interesting. I get that. But you literally judge a book by its cover. So, yeah, he assumed based on the people in his surroundings that the name is associated with a specific group of people. That's not racist. But okay, y'all the same people talking about cultural appropriation, and y'all like to throw words around that you have zero clue about. Racist for assuming a name belongs to a specific race? That's what's racist to you? Okay. Anyways, obviously not the a-hole. in my opinion, for anything that you said or did in the post. I don't know your life, but I don't think you're the a-hole at all. Your nephew had to be kicked out, sadly, and his parents apparently, because they were like us too. Well, no, what was it? It was like this. That's great. If you know what this is, you know what this is. If you don't, then you don't. Don't ask me about it. But yeah, that's crazy to me that people said that you're the a-hole for them. Whatever, whatever. I don't think you are. Thanks for watching. Don't be like these people. Have a wonderful day. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Bye. Ciao. Toodaloo. Adios. Did I say adios? Sayonara and Kwaheri. I think I said everything. I don't know. Did it stop?